Hello everyone, welcome to something a little bit different. It's been a while since I've played GeoGuessr. I've played for the last couple of weeks by myself, just the odd little daily challenge here or there, getting back into it. I've missed it and it's great fun, and I thought that perhaps to break up all of the horror content that I've been releasing recently, we could just do a little bit of laid back, cue the smooth music, lovely, GeoGuessr content. Now, I've decided straight off the bat to go for something a little bit different. And what we're going to be doing is the classic, or not so classic, 10 seconds, no moving, no panning, no zooming. Normally you get to move around, you get to zoom in and out, you get to pan across. None of that here, and you've only got 10 seconds per round to get it. The idea is I'm going to try and do this and you just go on gut feeling. It really tests your ability to analyse what you've got in front of you on the fly very quickly. It's a good thing to do as an exercise to build up your general GeoGuessr skills, and it just focuses you a bit more. So what I'm going to do here is pretty much an episode of 10 seconds, no moving, no panning, no zooming, and see what our best score can be over 5 rounds. So I think we'll get started here. So single player. This looks to be probably Poland because of that writing, and that's a shame. We're going to go up there. It's a shame that that's that length. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be quite intense because it's going to be me trying to explain my thoughts. Great score there, by the way. First of all, the map wasn't the correct layout. The compass isn't correct either, so I need to fix that on the next one. This was good. I got Poland because of the sign that was on the right. I will try and narrate this as I go, but I'm very bad at narrating and, well, I'm very bad at getting it within the 10 seconds. I spend too long thinking about it and then I don't click in time, and it puts me, I think the default is somewhere like here or here, which means you unless it's Portugal or Morocco, you're not going to get any points. But there, I felt really quite good about that. I knew it was Poland. I felt it was a bit further north. I don't know why. I think it's more mountainous in the south. Yeah, that's an insane start, actually, for the first one. This is my first playing of this for stream, and I've already got 4,812 points. But it can all go wrong very quickly. Round 2 of 5. Here we go. This looks to be South America. And I think we're going to go with somewhere in Argentina, northern Argentina. And this is where the fun in this lies. So why did I go Argentina instead of America? The cars did look more American. And where were we? Were we in? Oh, we were in sort of Richmond. Okay. Was that a place called Cheesecake? Oh, Chesapeake. Damn. Those Norfolkians should have called them Cheesecake. All right, well, that was poor. So there we go. 43 points. That kind of negates the amazing last score we got. But this is all part of it, so I've got to learn from that. I wasn't very strong that it was South America. I think it was the mural on the right that gave that for me, that impression. But there we go. Next up, what do we got? This is Greece. Definitely Greece. Probably a big city, so we will go just Athens and hope we're right. Greece because of the... Oh, look at that. 1.2 miles away. That's not bad, is it? You couldn't have got better if you'd been there for 20 seconds looking around, or 2 minutes looking around. Yeah, Greece because of the writing. The text was definitely Greek, and it looked like a fairly sort of standard city street rather than the little rural village, obviously. So I'm pleased with that. What a mixed bag we're having here. Ready for another 3-pointer? Round 4, which is the UK. Absolutely the UK. I'm going to go southern UK, somewhere in Sussex. Let's go Alton. Barnum. Alright, so southern was correct. We got exactly the right latitude, but we were in Alstone. Yeah, I live in the UK, so that's a fairly decent one to be able to get. 95 miles, 4,500 points. This is a stonking round. This is the best round I've ever had, or the best game of this I've ever had doing the 10 seconds. No moving, panning, or zooming. Let's see how the last one treats us. This, we're driving on the left. The sun is in the... I can't even see the compass. In the north. Need to change that compass. I'm going to go with South Africa, and we're going to be down here. Oh, you see? I clicked. You can go back and see me click there. That's really annoying. I clicked down here, so I should have been quite close. I got South Africa, but again, that compass, it's threw me off because of its stupidness. Oh well, never mind. That should have been another 4,000 points at least there, I think. So we would have been on 18,000. That is insane. But I just need to be faster. Even though I got it in there, I feel I got that. Clearly, the game disagrees. And who's the boss? The game. So I was... Oh, it puts you on the equator at the meridian. So 0, 0. Makes sense. That's a good default position. I don't think I should get 0 points for being that close, though. If I got 3 points for that, but I suppose if I didn't click, it just automatically gives you 0 points. Well, that's interesting. I'm just going to change the compass. Change the compass onto game 2. I forgot to write down what I just got there. This looks to be North America. I reckon we might even be in Canada here. I'm going to go North Minnesota. There we go. Oh, wow. I'm sure I saw snow. Do they get much snow in Tennessee? That surprises me. Oh well, 1861, that's not too bad. This, Northern Europe, probably somewhere in Belgium, I'm going to go with. Eastern Belgium. Hey, Eastern Belgium wasn't a bad shout. We are actually in Germany, but only just. 66 miles. Again, I thought sort of leafy. The houses and the cars looked to be sort of mid-central Northern Europe. Mid-central Northern Europe. Not too bad. Next up. That's South America. We're going to go Colombia. Colombia, click it. There we go. I don't want Colombia, I want Bolivia. Ah, it was neither. Bolivia would have been closer, but it was actually Brazil. Now, if you've watched any of my GeoGuessr content before, you'll know that I have trouble between Portuguese and Spanish. I just saw that as a kind of Spanish-y looking language. If I'd known my Portuguese better, I could have gone for something a bit better there. We were actually just outside the Rio de Janeiro. I'm going to say the capital. It's not the capital. Brasilia is the capital, right there. Way far from the sea. Round 4. Not exceeding something. This is Singapore, judging by the... Oh, can't find Singapore. There you are. Judging by the buildings. Yeah, there you go. Judging by the buildings, judging by the road, judging by the plants, judging by the monorail going across, the fact that there was English. I've played enough of this to just... Singapore has this look to it. I'm very glad I could find it and click it there. Sometimes I get confused around this area and I'm like, oh, Singapore, you're down here. That was really good. 8 miles within the right town, the right city, country. Round 5. Champion Rentals. This, look at that car. That's the USA. We're going to go Kansas. Northern Kansas. Slap bang in the middle. Ooh, we were down in Texas, just outside Houston. Now, I didn't think it looked dry enough to be down there, but I guess it's not so dry here, is it? It's when you hit this wall here, it all gets very dry and deserty. This is a lot greener. Fine, 2386. 14131. Right, I'm going to jot that down to see if we can beat that this game. I can't remember if that actually beat round 1, game 1 that we had or not, but hey, I'm alright with that. That's fine. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to just fire these out and keep going until I've played for about 25-30 minutes. Oh dear. I'm going to go Estonia. Yeah, it was France. Yeah, there wasn't a lot to go on there. Possibly I shouldn't have gone Estonia. That's a little bit... The trees are a little bit different there, I think. I struggle between Sweden, Finland and Estonia when you're just on a long, small road. There are so many of these you get, and there are trees either side. Perhaps I'd be expecting a few more coniferous trees up here. Maybe not. Maybe that's further north, but yeah, I can see France being correct there. He says, as if there's any doubt. All right, 1451. Not a great start. That sun's in the north. Oh my goodness. That's somewhere down here, like low Chile. No, it's not. Oh, wow. Oh, you can't say that's close, can you? And it's not. New Zealand. That would explain the more lush plant life and the very up and down, small, tight mountainous kind of region we were in. Look at that. Coromandel Forest Park we were pretty much in. Stuart and the Pigs. Waiu Falls. Waiu. Don't know how to pronounce that. Well, that's a shame. We got latitude roughly right again, and we definitely got the right hemisphere, but not amazing. It's going to be a poor one. I can't zoom in. I think that looks to be Bangladesh. We're going to go Bangladesh. Don't know much more than that. It was India. I get these two mixed up, like with the script there. I think they're different languages and different scripts, but I struggle between the two of them. But we know we're roughly in the right area anyway, this sort of part of the map. 2004 points, not amazing. This is going to be... No, I'm going to push the boat out and say we're on the Isle of Man. Don't know why. It's definitely this sort of area. Oh, wow! I had an almost Breton kind of feel to it. Fair enough. Almost Breton. Alright, well. Bagué Piquant was where we were. Not a superb score there, but we're going to have a lot of those that aren't superb. Bolivia. Northern Bolivia. Ridiculous. Okay. Bhutan. Now, why did I go Northern Bolivia? I couldn't see the sun. It was fairly lush and green and mountainous. I've seen videos and photos of these roads in Bolivia, and it just felt right. Clearly it wasn't. That was actually poor. Bhutan. All right. Maybe I need to pay more attention to the actual plant life there. Green, isn't it? About as far away as you can get. 0 points. I will one day do a 0 point challenge because that's quite fun. You have to get 0 for the entire game. So the results there, a pitiful 6-6-80. No problem though. Let's play again. This is going to be... Oh my gosh. I'm getting thrown off here. It's not Malta. It's not Malta. That wasn't even Malta. Do you know, I even thought about going Israel, and then something threw me off, and I don't know what it was. Maybe... Why didn't I go Israel? Because that went through my head. There's a lot of stuff that goes through my head when I do these, by the way, that I can't just say out loud. Because I thought Jordan, Israel, and then I moved away from those. There was something about it. It didn't feel maybe hot enough, hot and dry enough, so I went further north. Malta, of course, is over here. I went for a Greek island. Crete. I suppose we're not, miles away there, are we? Well, we are. We're 596 miles away, but it's not anything insane. All right, decent-ish starting score. If I want to beat 14,000, if I want to hit 15k, let's make that the goal for this episode. Hitting 15,000. That means I've got to get, 3,000 per round on average, so I need to do better on this one. And better I shall do, because this looks to be, in the USA, I would say somewhere down Missouri kind of way. Oh, it was further south. Damn, I should have gone closer. Tallahassee. Do you know what? Scarlett and I stayed in Tallahassee. Can I find where we stayed? We were staying on somewhere that was just off this road. So we didn't go far off this road. We were driving from Florida to we were driving from Orlando. That's what it's called. Through to New Orleans, and we stopped 2 times. We drove up along here to Tallahassee. We stayed overnight in a really crap motel. There were drug deals going on. There were cockroaches. It was I can't remember what brand it was. Was it Motel 1 or something like that? It was horrid. And then we stayed in Mobile. I don't know how you pronounce it. I can't remember where we stayed there. It was another motel deal, and then we drove through to New Orleans on the last day. But we would have been going on this main road, wouldn't we? On the 10. I'd love to find it. I'm not going to spend too long doing this because that's not the point of this game, or this video. Were we just off this road? Maybe we came off 4 points? No. We were down by I think it was a Wendy's as well. and a seafood place over the road. Anyway, we had a horrible time there. It was a horrible motel, and we couldn't wait to get out of it. But everything went fine. We may as well have been in Shadyville. Right, 2,500 points. Again, that's not going to cut it. We need to do better. We're on par for about a 12,000 score here, so we need over 3k, and this isn't going to help. The sun is behind us probably. I'm going to go somewhere in northern France. I think we might be in the UK though. Oh wow. We were down in Italy. That looked very UK. I mean, that could have been a walk that Scarlett and I did in the Cotswolds just recently. Very, very similar. All right, 2.7 thousand. That's added a little bit back on, so we could be on for something here. We just got to get the 2 next rounds good. Oh man, right. This is going to be. We've got double yellow lines. This is going to be North Michigan. I want to go further east. Oh, it was further west. Oh yeah, because they've got a lot of the conifers and things in western, like the Pacific United States, don't they? So we were just over in Oregon there. And it makes sense we weren't quite as high up as that, actually, because didn't feel as sort of Alan Wakey as it should, for being further north. I don't know why I went Michigan. That's a bit weird. I think I just wanted the north, and I forget that as you go far west to the coast, it gets a lot greener and a lot more like that. That looked like the Pacific, called the Pacific Highway. Right, cool. Well, that was crap, so we're not going to do well here, but that's fine. Tuk-tuks everywhere. We're going to go Bangladesh again and see if we can do a better job with Bangladesh. We're going to go in southern Dhaka. Once again, it was India, and it was right over the other side of India, giving us a final score of almost 10,000. Nowhere near the 14 I want. Play again. That is Europe, Northern Europe, I think. I'm going to go France again. We're going to go just south of Paris. Through my mind, and I'm not kidding. You know, I'll tell you if I'm lying. I'll tell you if I'm lying. I don't lie. Okay, so Japan went through my mind. More specifically, Eastern Asia went through my mind. So I was sort of Japan, Taiwan. But I don't know. It was something about the road, just the simple white lines on the road that felt very familiar as a Western Europe thing. Well, I'm blown away by how terrible that was. That's not a good start. I may as well start again. But it's all practice, isn't it? So I won't start again. Yeah, Japan. Do you know what I'll try and do? I'm going to try and speak my mind and just say countries or areas that I think, even if I want to change my mind afterwards, I'm just going to blurt them out. So that you know I'm not telling you little porcupines. Let's go. Okay, Jordan, Mongolia, no, Africa, South Africa, somewhere down here. Is that mountain? Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's Lesotho. Okay, is it just about Lesotho? Wow, right in the middle of the capital. Interesting. Not a very built-up city. Certainly that part that I could see. All right. So that was the terrain there. I went Mongolia. I don't know why I said Mongolia, just sort of mountainous Mongolia. I can't remember the other thing I said. Jordan. So we bounced from around here to over here to down here. But that's the mental process. You see things and you go, that's what it is. And then you realise, no, that's not quite right. And you shift because you've seen something else. So I hope this is kind of interesting for you to get that kind of mind blurb that I'm trying to do. So 3,000 points for that. That's not bad. This is almost savable. Northern Hemisphere. Probably, well, Northern Europe. I'm going to go France again. I always go France. That's really annoying. I spent too long. You see, I was clicking around there. So that would have been insane. But we'll skip it. Never mind. This is the USA. Kansas. It's very flat. Very dry, not dry, but very flat. Looks like the Wizard of Oz. Open plains. Iowa, okay. My understanding is that like Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, this sort of area, very open, flat farmland like that. And with those wind turbines, that helped too. USA by those green signs, those green signposts pointing. What's my fourth one? I'm thinking Southeast Asia, Philippines, Thailand. I'm going to go Thailand or Malaysia. We're going to go South Thailand. I should have gone North Thailand. So that was the overgrown, not overgrown, but very thick kind of green jungle type. Not jungle, you know what I mean? Sort of forest. Lots of plant life around you. And that type of plant life as well, where it comes up and over. The light seemed right as well. I don't know quite how to describe the light, but that seemed okay. And what was the other thing? The fact we're on a pretty much, I think, a dirtish road. That usually states this kind of area, like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. Malaysia and Indonesia, especially Indonesia, I think there's something different there. I think it's a little bit drier, but we'll see. What were my results there? 8.6 thousand. I think that was better than last time, but we had two absolute mares there, didn't we? One of the mares being this France, Japan bugger up. There's no excuse for that. The second one was South Africa. That was a decent guess. I don't mind that. 3,000 points. The third one would have been close to 5,000 points. That's like 4,500. That would have been. So if we add 4,500 to what I've got, we still wouldn't have hit 14k because the other ones were just a little bit too far away. But overall, not a bad round. God, it's been 22 minutes. Are you still there? Are you still having fun and enjoying yourselves? I am. I could do this for hours. Let's go for another one. Another game. This is sun behind me. I think we're going to be somewhere in Germany. No. Lean towards France. Yeah. Whimper. Campi. Yeah, that was a tricky one. It felt almost UK, but not quite, somehow. Yeah, that's a reasonable guess, I suppose. One thing to say is I don't know really, apart from one or two very specific notes, any of the road markings, any of the telegraph poles, any of the sign posts for a lot of them. I don't know those things. So the sort of meta game in GeoGuessr, I don't know that. And I don't really care for it either. I much prefer, rather than going, oh, you know, is that a yellow followed by a white line with a white line next to it in the center of the road? That must mean it's, you know, Brazil. Or, oh, look at the Google car. There's two little black wing bits, which means we're in Bosnia. You know, those sorts of things. I don't like that. That's fine, and that's perfect for working out where you are, but it's not part of the spirit of the game for me. I like getting the feel of where you are and the language and the people and the fauna, you know, all this sort of stuff. And that's what I like to do with this. So I don't know any of that stuff, which is why I'm often crap at it. But this is all good. This is all good. 2,700, I'm happy with that as a first round. We need it to be above 3,000, but we can do it. Here we have, oh God, what's that? Russia, Ukraine, Russia. I'm going to go, nah, it's not Russia. I'm going to go, it's Russia. It was Kazan. Okay, interesting. Why didn't I want it to be Russia? Normally, talking about the meta and not getting the feel for the place, normally the picture quality is a little bit grainier in the Russian ones, and it didn't feel like there was enough, which is why I clicked outside of cities. It didn't feel like there was enough to be a big city, but hey, it was. And that is amazing. I'm glad I stuck with that and didn't go further south, because it didn't feel... I don't know how to describe the difference between Ukraine and Russia in terms of these, because it's all very flat, lots of those buildings. But I don't know, Ukraine feels like it has a bit more Western influence to it. And it wasn't any of the ex-Soviet nations, you know, down here, because that really didn't feel right. So yeah, I'm happy with Russia. I don't think that was too much of a guess, but when you've got Russia, you've got a hell of a lot of Russia to go for. So when you guess Russia, try and stay around here for the most part, unless it looks very strange, in which case you're over here. Okay, 3,700, great. Next round. Sun's behind me, I'm in the northern hemisphere. Ooh. I'm gonna go Italy. There's lots of olive trees and things further south. Yeah, I did say further south. Oh, Spain. Oh no, just about Portugal. Don't get a lot round there, actually. I have to say, I spend very little time on GeoGuessr in this area. So, I mean, we had roughly sort of Mediterranean-y kind of area, but that wasn't brilliant. That wasn't brilliant. If only we'd had some text or a little more context, I might have done better. All right, well, here's what it is. This is that Greek? No, yeah, we're going to go, oh my God, no, I think we're in Southern Hemisphere. We're going to go Ecuador. Yeah, we've buggered it. All right, that was in New Delhi. Should have paid more attention to the motorcyclist. Perhaps that would have helped. I think I went for South America because you get a lot of motorcyclists down there. Instead, I went for coastal Ecuador. No, I didn't. I went for coastal Peru. All right. Well, that's 0 points, so we've really clinched the nothing here. Caution standing only. Where the hell is this? I'm going to go North America, but up here. A little too late. I was clicking around here. I was going up towards Maine, so we weren't too far off. Yeah, maybe there was something Canada about it. I'm still learning the difference between Canada and North America when it comes to... Sorry, Canada and the USA when it comes to how streets look and how the houses look. But it's a very tricky thing. Right, results. 8,000 thanks to 2 pretty damn good rounds. Well, 1 really quite good round. I was quite pleased with the Russia one. Let's go one more time. See how we do. This is the one. There's a double car. I think we're, again, northwest United States. We're going to go there. Oregon. Hey, that wasn't bad. See, we've learned. I learned from that previous one when we were, yeah, well, pretty much in the same place, weren't we? That's really good. I'm happy with that. But we were a little further north, but that was quite tricky to tell with how we were looking sideways onto the road. But we did get the trees, and I think the trees helped us there. So 3,500 points. Spot on. Good start. Keep your fingers crossed for the next one. Wow, that's a big mountain. Sun's in the north. These are vineyards. Oh, no. I'm going to go Chile. Would you look at that? I was very close, and this is me being honest again, I was very close to going South Africa there, because I saw the vineyards, I think they were vineyards, all the vines, which suggest grape. I was thinking wine country, where do you get wine country? And I went, South Africa. It's dry enough, the sun was in the north, and you were in the southern hemisphere. Does that mean South Africa? Something about that smooth sloping mountain made me go Chile instead, because Chilean wine you get quite a lot of as well. And I think it was complete luck that I hit there, to be honest. I wanted to go somewhere further south because it didn't look so hot as northern Chile, so you know there was some skill involved in getting it in this region. Once you get down here it gets more glacial and mountainous, and I don't think that would be right. So yeah, around Santiago was what I was going for, but the fact that it was 29 miles off, that really surprises me. And there's that hill we were looking at, the big mountain. I went near the Colon Calatones. All right, okay, 4846 is brilliant. We're on for a good one here. We've already beaten, I think, a couple of our other scores in 2 rounds. So let's hope for some more good ones here. Good one to end on this. Okay, we're driving on the right. This looks to be Northern Europe. I'm going to go with, yuck, I've had a nightmare, Germany. Oh wow, we were up in Russia. I wasn't so keen on down here. I sort of said Northern Europe, but you saw that I had a minute of going, Italy, Czechia, where am I? And I went for Germany because it's central. If you're not quite sure, but you think you're in a rough area, click somewhere central. Doesn't matter if you've got the country wrong, because you're more likely to be close to something. But I'm surprised that was Russia. But then again, I'm also slightly not surprised because I was struggling to place it within this sort of main block here. 1,602, not an amazing score there. That kind of undoes our last one from Chile, but it wasn't nothing. It was some points. I don't know what score we're on now, but We've got 2 important rounds to go. Texas wings. Can't tell where we are. I'm going to go with Texas then. And we're going to go with Austin. Get the click in there. Wow, okay. We were actually in Mexico. And pretty decently in Mexico. We weren't even on the border. Well, you've got to go with what you go for. I didn't remember seeing any Spanish there. But then again, all we had was a tiny bit of shop front. 10 seconds, you don't have a lot of time. I almost spent a bit too much time looking at the signs, but I thought I need to get into the map and click. Because you saw that I only got that with one or 2 seconds to go. And if you miss it, 0 points. Nil point. What's this? Just a little bit of something. The Gulf of Mexico, that's weird. Anyway, 2293, that's passable. I'd like it to be a bit higher on the final round to really clinch this 15,000. Come on. Come on, something really easy. Final round. Oh, poo. All right, don't worry. I think we're in Thailand again. I go here, near Bangkok. Yes! That's amazing. Again, the motorbike, the palm tree kind of thing, the type of road, it was tarmac, but it wasn't quite fully tarmac. You've got the sort of dip down where I think there was a little waterway along by the side of it. On the left, was there? Yes, or on the right, or maybe we were facing that way, I don't know, but it felt like there was a waterway somewhere, and they often build their roads alongside those things. All of that with the fact that we were in the northern hemisphere because the sun was coming from behind us and we were looking, I think, north. And then I went for relatively central because it looked a bit more built up. There was more concrete, there was more tarmac, there was more going on. It wasn't in the middle of a jungle like we had up here. Where were we? We were up here a few goes ago. Anyway, 4846. I am over the moon about that final one because that is going to put us on 17073. Right, cross out my 14k, 17073. That is a decent score. I don't know if I've ever done better than that in a 10-second no moving, panning, zooming. Let's just break down what we did on this one then. So round 1, we got that really tricky view of Washington/Oregon, so northwest Pacific. It's fine. 334 miles off. Could have been a bit luckier there, but I'm happy with it. Number 2 was one of our champion ones, the Chile guess. Chile. I always say Chile. Don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I pronounce it. The Chile guess was insane. I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased with that because you heard my thought process. The Russia one let me down. That was the one where I lost most points. So I was on 1,600 points there. Please come back into focus. Thank you very much. I hope I haven't been out of focus all this time. I hate it when people on YouTube go out of focus and then you can't see them and it's really annoying. Anyway, guess Germany. Should have gone for somewhere not Germany because, yeah, it didn't feel right. Number 4 was the Mexico one. I think we were maybe quite lucky that we went Texas there. I suppose we weren't, were we? Because it said Texas wings. You can have Texas wings anywhere. But yeah, that was a bit of a shame that it was down there in Mexico. But then finally, the Thailand guess really helped. So, oh, we actually got the same. We were 29 miles away on the Thailand one and the Chile one. And normally I struggle with South America and I struggle with Southeast Asia. So overall, I'm really happy with that. Total of 17,073 points. There we are. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a real treat for me. I love playing this game and it actually filled the time much more quickly than I thought. I do tend to over-narrate, so if you hate that, tough. But also let me know if you want me to narrate less and focus more on it and then explain afterwards, that's fine. If you just want me to get into it and not explain at all, let me know. It'd be interesting to see if that's a preference. And yeah, see if you can beat 17,073, because that is what I have got. I'd love for you to try this challenge. 10 seconds, no moving, panning or zooming. See how well you can do. Beat 17,000, that's the one for me to beat next time. I think 17,500 seems like a good place to aim for next time. Part of it's in the luck of the draw, part of it's in good gut reactions, but I think we're improving, and I'll come back and do another one of these videos if you want to see more of this kind of thing next time. So, love and peace. Thank you all for watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.